everyone, and welcome to Inside Bristol. I'm your host, Sheridan Nichols, and joining us today, right off the top, we've got Mike Musick here from Bristol, Tennessee Parks and Recreation with a huge summer lineup.
We've got a big summer lineup. A lot of exciting things. You know, summertime is one of our favorite times of the year with Parks and Rec for a lot of reasons. We get a lot of activity in our parks. We get a lot of activity at Haynesfield Pool. It's also a chance for us to do some neat programming with kids. We've got our Still Creek Nature Camp programs run out of our Nature Center at Still Creek Park. That's 1 week camps. Each week has a different theme. Things like reptile camp, animal tracking and orienteering camp, a couple of nature photography camps. These are designed for two age groups of kids. We've got our 7 to 9-year-old camps, and then our 10 to 13-year-old camps. It's a great chance for the kids to get out, get a little hands-on nature activity going on. Jeremy Stout and our crew out at the Nature Center do a great job working with the kids. They have a lot of fun, and in the course of having all this fun, they don't realize how much they're learning as well. So it's a great, fun, educational experience for them.
And I know, I'm a parent with lots of kids now, and 3 of them are all, I'm always looking for camps. So these are great options. You've got the nature camps, but you also mentioned some great tennis programs as well.
We've got our NJTL tennis program. It's a program that's been run in the city for many years. We've got a great group of folks that help us out with that. Bill Harness kind of heads up our NJTL program for us. Those tennis lessons are Monday through Friday. They are completely free. They are available for kids ages 6 to 16. Can be for kids who have never picked up a racket before, and rackets are provided if you don't have one.
This is great.
Up through an intermediate level. And it's a great chance for a kid to get out and learn the game of tennis. We've got several courts around town, so if they want to get out and play a little tennis this summer, we can show them how through NJTL, and then maybe after learning some with NJTL through Bristol, Tennessee Parks and Rec, they can learn in the mornings, then get mom and dad out on the courts later that afternoon or something.
And then when everybody's super hot, they need to head to the pool.
Head to Haynesfield Pool. Water is in the pool. The sun is hot. And looking forward to a great summer with Parks and Rec.
And there's also swim lessons, so we don't want to forget that at the pool as well. There are so many opportunities for kids with all of these camps. What about the playgrounds?
We've got our summer playground program. This year we're operating those at Fairmount Elementary and also Anderson Elementary. It's a great chance for kids to maybe just kind of get a break in the day, come on out to one of those 2 playground sites. They operate from 11 a.m. in the morning to 3 in the afternoon. Great chance for the kids just to come out. We've got some programmed fun, but it's also a great chance just to blow off some steam and hang out with some of their friends during the summer.
Oh, wow. Okay, well, we have tons of information, so if you missed some of that, we need to tell you a phone number where you can call. That way you can find specific information, exactly what you're looking for.
Yes. 2 phone numbers. Call the Nature Center for our nature camp. That phone number is 989-5616. For information on any of the other stuff, you can just give us a call at the Parks and Rec office. That is 764-4023, and we'll be glad to answer any questions.
All righty, thank you. When we come back, Jack Spurgeon will be joining us from the Bristol, Tennessee Fire Department to talk to us about arson awareness. Welcome back. Well, we have Jack Spurgeon joining us today from the Bristol, Tennessee Fire Department, and we're going to talk about arson awareness. What is shocking about this is the statistic with the age group participating in arson. This really surprised me.
Yeah, when we look at arson, we think of it as a pretty significant crime, and you think about how hard arson is to convict. The person that started the fire is that almost 50% of those convicted are under the age of 18.
It's amazing. I never would have thought that it was such a young age group. And what are they doing? Just setting different places. You had mentioned vacant buildings and foreclosures, and that we need to be very careful of these types of structures.
Well, when we look at our communities today, we are in economic hard times. And we've had a lot more buildings being vacated, either businesses moving to different locations where it may be a little cheaper for them, or we have foreclosures with houses, and so they become abandoned So we have these structures that may become unsecure and stuff like that. So they become a playground, per se, for these children under that age, or maybe even for more harder type criminals, to create this fire situation for our communities.
So what can we do? Talking about arson awareness, what do we need to know?
Well, when we start thinking about our own homes is that, you know, our growth around our homes and dead debris and stuff like that, when we have bushes die and stuff like that, if we can get those cut away and all that debris kept cleaned up, then we prevent a lot of that outside burning of somebody just coming by and maybe throwing a match out, a cigarette, that creates that fire situation. And then when we talk about those structures that are in our communities, we just need to keep an eye on those. If we see windows getting broken out and stuff like that, then we need to call the police department or maybe codes enforcement office so they can start a process to get those secure, to keep those fire situations from happening.
Well, and I know that a lot of times the fire department will go to the schools and they'll do fire drills and they'll get to, you know, get on the truck. But what do we do as parents at home if we want to talk about preventing fires and this type of thing going on in our own homes? What do we do?
Well, when we go out to the schools and little civic groups and little daycares and stuff like that, we start age appropriate. You know, we build on the fact that fire is a tool, not a toy, and start talking about lighters, matches, cigarettes, and stuff like that, and how they should approach adults if they find these. And then we go in a little more significance that, you know, they're used for purposes of cooking and stuff like that. So we start training them on that, and so we need to build on that at home as well.
So it's good to just start from more of an age appropriate, what they can handle. So as teenagers, what can we be talking to our teenagers about?
Well, teenagers, you know, we need to be more involved with who they run around with and what they do and where they're going, and time specific, because, you know, you get hooked up with the wrong individual or, you know, a dare situation or something like that. So we need to know that peer pressure shouldn't be part of our lives, that we can overcome that peer pressure, and we can do it through our adult supervision.
Is there anything else you wanted to add?
Just, you know, there's you know, ways to contact your local law enforcement, your fire departments, if you see something unusual. And the least little bit of information you have when there is a fire in your community, you might not think it's insignificant, but it is important when we're doing these investigations.
All righty, thank you. Thanks for being with us today.
Thank you.
After the break, we'll tell you where you can find some free music downtown Bristol. That's coming up. Welcome back to Inside Bristol. Well, we're talking about the great concert series that's going on in Bristol every Tuesday and Thursday evening this summer, called Full Moon Jam. We are with Darlene Cole, the venue manager of the city of Bristol, and she has some exciting concert news for us, and it's free. So get ready, grab a pen and pencil and write some of these things down.
Well, hi Sheridan. We're actually very excited about this year's music. We have our locals that are coming back. This is 16 years. So we're celebrating our 16th year of music at the Downtown Center. We have about 30 bands throughout the season, which runs from May through September. We also have a tribute series that we started last year, so we're actually going to bring back this year.
So it was a huge success.
Oh, yes.
And we have a couple of really big names coming to Bristol, which is very exciting.
Absolutely. May 24th will be Rod Stewart. So everybody, well, his name's not Rod Stewart. It's actually Rod Caudell, but it's a tribute to Rod Stewart. And everybody knows Maggie May and all the other songs from Rod Stewart. And he's actually one of the top tribute bands for Rod Stewart. So you'll be so excited to see this. You don't want to miss it. Make sure you write May 24th, because that's actually the first one.
All right, we got that May 24th, and then you wanted to tell us about another one.
Yes, on June the 7th, there is Bob Seger,
Okay.
which is going to be a great, great, great show. So you want to make plans to attend that one as well.
And it's just great music, and it's a huge variety, too, which is nice.
Yes, it is.
And it's on Tuesdays and Thursdays?
Tuesdays and Thursdays
All summer
throughout
long.
September, yes. And like I said before, there was about 30,000 in attendance last year.
Now, is it difficult as the venue manager to get this coordinated, especially when you're talking about so many days? And it being a free event for the public, I'm sure it keeps you very busy.
Yes, it does. You know, making sure that you can get the band on the right date. Routing is always an issue. And again, our local bands, you know, they work with me every year, so they pretty much wait for us to give them their dates because they love being downtown Bristol. I mean, you know, with all the music that's happening now down there.
And don't forget to bring a lawn chair just in case. There are chairs, but it's becoming more popular. And if you want some more information, you can look for these flyers. These are beautiful around town.
Yes, we have these rack cards that actually have a list of the bands that are playing every Tuesday and Thursday. So you want to make sure that you find one of these, or you can go to bristoltn.org. There's a schedule on our website as well.
And is there a phone number or anything else, or we should just look online if we want some more information?
You can call Community Relations, which is the department that does this, and it's 423-764-4171.
Great. Anything else we need to know?
Oh, just make plans. You don't want to miss this one. Come down and enjoy the beautiful outdoors, the mural, our local bands. They're the best anywhere, so you don't want to miss that.
Well, thank you so much for all of the information, and we'll see you downtown.
Thank you.
Thanks so much for joining us today. Hope you enjoyed the show. If you have any comments or suggestions, please feel free to email us. Until then, I'm Sheridan Nichols. Thanks again for watching. See you next time.